Well, hello everybody, John Neal here, welcome back. Today it's Wednesday the 8th of September and I'm going on a bike ride. This is true, you've probably spotted that. And but I'm going to talk about and take some photographs. Join me. Crikey, to be honest, there's more traffic lights here. More lights than Blackpool illuminations. I thought I'd get off the bike and just explain exactly what I'm doing today. Going for a short ride, barely 10 miles really. But timing's everything because it's going to be hot. I mean, 8th of September. It should be cold, it should be, I don't know, less than 20 degrees, but it's probably closer to high 20s. Hiya. Short interruption there with Mr. Dog Walker. Yeah, it's going to be hot later on. In fact, too hot. This is no good for us in England at all. So, I've set off, it's about 9:15 now in the morning. And so I'm setting off early, going up to Upton, and I'm going to just talk you through taking some photographs. I have previously spoken about how to take photographs. I've taken photographs all my life. I do remember first going into Coventry with a camera when I was about 12. If not before that, when I was 10, I took the family camera out on a school trip, and I loved it. And I've been taking photographs all my life, had a few exhibitions of photographs in the local gallery, if that's worth anything saying that. Yeah, so I've picked up one or two ideas about taking photographs. So I'm going to take some today, see what there is to be taken, and I'll talk you through exactly what I'm doing. Have I got my drone with me? Of course I have. Just to illustrate the journey, that's all. Okay, shall we get going? Yeah. See, there's a photo already. Two things going on there. One is the line going in, and then the figure pitched in the third, bottom left third, I think I got it. But yeah, clear blue sky, that's all you need. And I think that makes an interesting effect. So lines in, and thirds. I'll use that again, but you see. Right, let's get pedaling. Well, here's the first scene that's caught my eye. I'm in high on the hill village, and the principle here is that red comes towards you, and then we have some red, one or two nice houses at the back, and very nice ivy on the side of here. But the red, the line coming in, this as a feature. It's just a matter of then of arranging everything to get it in the best place, get my shadow out of it. So if I do it like that, I think that's pretty good. So the red's sort of this third corner, that third corner, and this leads our eye in, and it looks pretty well balanced. Don't chop the chimneys off. Try and get a bit more red in. Okay, let's do that. Another great feature of a photograph might be the frame. Now I know you've got the frame around the outside anyway, but if you can find a natural frame like trees, branches, hedges or whatever, and then it tends to add a bit of focus. And you can even do partial frames as well. I'll show you a couple of those, but they can be very effective. So as I look down the road here, you can see we've got the trees at the top and the shadow of the trees at the bottom, and really quite a nice frame. And again, the road leads us into the picture, which is really good. Well, I can say a cyclist just came by when I just did that last drone shot. So I was stopped and just putting things on my bike, and he pulled up slowly and said, "Are you all right? You all right?" And he was one of these, you know, heavy into lycra and going quite quick. For people to stop seems a bit unusual to him. So he stopped and asked if I was all right. "You're all right? You stopped? What you stopped for?" Well, I've just taken a shot across here. There was an old rule of thumb which I grew up with, was never take a picture into the sun, which is what I've just done. So no, that's it's not nonsense, but you've got to think about where the light is and the light isn't. I have to say, I am a sucker for an old door, and this time you can just feel the whole frame. There's nothing clever about the arrangement, just the textures are there. You just focus in very, very closely to things like this. And down here we've got some old ivy, dead. Here we go. Oh, I think we've got somebody cycling through. That's nice. Oh yeah, yes thanks. God bless him. He asked if I was all right. Yes, my friend, I am all right. I'm just stopping and doing something again. same argument. Anyway, yeah, a door. That's all it is. There is a window here as well. I say a window. It's a hole in the wall with one part missing completely. But not as interesting as the door. Yes, like the door. I'm just on the outskirts of the village of Upton, just leaving, and there's two things I've seen which I thought, yeah, they look nice, and it's a matter then, once it catches your eye, to see the best way of making a picture of it, making a photo. So there's this very nice barn conversion here, which looks quite attractive. And sometimes it's best, if I say no more, than to avoid stuff like this in it. I don't want that, and not to take it straight from the front. So this sliding in shot like this looks pretty good. And in some ways, the gates and doors, they sort of invite you in, and the light's catching it. Look, so if I go in the dark, in the shadow here, and get the, I'll just point, so that catches my eye, but this lane range takes you into the picture. If I put it there, that's the third down bottom left, so I think that's quite pleasing. So let me just snap that. And let me just show you what else I've seen, and that's this. Complete the opposite. It's a, I wouldn't say it's derelict, but it might well be. But look at the texture of it. Just in itself it looks good. So I'm just going to grab some foreground. I suppose there's another point worth making. You sometimes need to lean into something, so to get something like that to add a bit of interest and break through the horizon as well. That's not perfect, but it's pretty good. If there's anything else better as a foreground, I would use it, but that texture on that is terrific. Look at it. Yeah, very good. Okay, moving on. This is the road from Upton to Shenton, and that, my friends, is a very, very big pothole, and that's Shenton House, as it likes to call itself. But why not? A very desirable residence. I think I remember them building that a while back. Right, here we're entering Shenton, as you can clearly see. I was at college actually before I realised some of the elements of visual arts, the things you can see which make up artwork, and one of them is pattern and shape. And I just spotted something. I could go into this farmyard, be a little bit cheeky. I haven't got permission, so I'm outside and I'm looking at a distance at some they're bales of hay, but they're rolled up ones there, so they're round and they make a lovely pattern in that barn. And there's some windows at the side here, some shutters which look quite interesting. Let me show you. So that, I think, makes a nice picture. Well, this is Shenton Village, and it's all a bit spread out. I think this was the old schoolhouse. It says Main Street, but that doesn't mean much. And there's a huge house here, and the church. I did a video using the drone going up and down there a while back. It's very impressive. I didn't go over the house, but you can see over this way the house is pretty huge. But what I want to point out, if I get round to it ever, is just along here, look, the shadow, lovely shadow. It's a very nice fancy fence on this bridge, no doubt associated with this house, but it does produce a very, very nice shadow look on the road. So, and it leads in like this. So if I put this point and the church as well leading in into the top left hand third, I think that looks quite nice, so I'm going to use that as a picture. I tell you, it does look nice though. This cottage over here, I've just ridden past it. Again, it's something that catches your eye, and it's just a matter of arranging things. See, I could arrange it like this, just smack bang in the middle, and it's sort of okay. But these fences help lines into the picture. So if we go over here a bit, we could do this, put the cottage top right third, and I think that'll look a lot better. In this field to the right of the lane coming out of Shenton are these odd shaped ponds. I presume they're for fishing. The first one, look, you can see is dried up. Earlier in the year there were lapwings nesting in here. You can only really see them well from the air, so here they are. Now it has to be said that cattle have a very high IQ. This lot, they have an IQ of 158. Unfortunately, that's all of them together. Individually, it's probably about 20. So let's just say hello to everybody. Why have you all crowded in this little corner of the field? What are you doing here? Look, there's a field here and it is enormous. It's got to be about half a mile long over that way. And you've all crunched up into this corner as if I've got something for you. Well, the answer is, what? Have I got something for you? No, I haven't. Well, you all look a bit disappointed about that. So I tell you what, I'm going off that way. You go off that way. We'll all have a nice day. What do you reckon? Well, flies as well. Go on, off you go. Well, I'm going anyway. Suddenly I have something to say. Come on, again. Is that it? So what you got to say for yourself? Well, what more do you want? He said. Maybe that's cattle talk for goodbye. Goodbye. Well, I hope that was useful, entertaining, and passed the time away for a while. Certainly has done that for me. So, thanks for watching. If you're new to all this and my channel, please subscribe. And well, we're a bit of a gang, you know, an elite group of watchers. So if you want to join, pass a nice comment and we'll put it to the committee and see if you can come in with us. And until the next time then, until we meet again. Okay, bye bye.